mic or something?
No, I just want to sit it right there so that you and I can have just.
You want to pull it back so you can get the whole full.
Yeah, whatever you think.
Back. Yeah, pull this back.
You're the camera guy, man.
Yeah. you know that.
You know better than me.
Hold on.
Perfect. That's great. Let me see. Let me slide this over a little bit. How's that? Oh, you know what? I got a kickstand on
my phone there. Oh, you won't even thank me.
So dumb.
Look
at that.
All
killing
that,
myself.
All that.
Let's see. Now we look good.
Again, so with that being said, thank you.
I appreciate you, brother.
Welcome back. This is welcome back to the Underrated Profession. My name is William Graham, aka Big Fundamentals. I'm
Big
the
co-host.
Yeah. Shout out to our co-host, Mr. Mike Sauls, aka Barber Maestro.
Hands are always ordained
by the barber guy. You should give that some shout out. So today what we're doing, we actually we're here at IBS NYC in IBS New York. And so we're going around talking to some of the educators, of course some of the exhibitors as well. But this young man definitely doesn't need any introduction. Might as well say he's a regular on the podcast.
You know what? Earlier, so, I am, man. I think this is podcast number 3 for us.
Number 3. Yeah,
I love that.
Number 3. So it's always an honor to be able to get this young man to sit down and talk with us really quick. Only got a few minutes with him because we got to let him get back to some things he's doing. But so that actually would be a good first question to start off with after you introduce yourself again to the audience. Let the audience know some things that you're doing today or doing out here at IBS.
Absolutely, man. Right. So I'm Rodrick Samuels, everybody. How y'all doing out there? You can catch me on Instagram at Rodrick Samuels, RODRICK, or you can go to my education page, which is at Teaching Barbers is my jam. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I am the official host of the Powerhouse Pavilion. And at the Powerhouse Pavilion, what we're doing is we're celebrating Black educators, Black and brown educators in the beauty and barber space. So anything from diversity and inclusivity, how to build equity, to right now, while I'm over here, they're talking on finances and how as Black educators and Black business owners, we can be a little bit more financially stable in our businesses, especially right now what's going on with our economy. And you know, some people don't think that we're going through a recession. Some people know that we're in a recession right now. So whatever side of the coin you're on, how to pivot and make moves as Black business owners. So I'm really, really proud, honestly, Will, to be a part of that and to help to push and start that conversation with not just people who look like you and I, but for white, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, Plaid, Argyle, it doesn't matter, man. That's super important for us as an industry to get behind and push forward.
Yes. And I had the pleasure to sit in on some of the sessions yesterday as well at the Pavilion. That was my first time.
Fire.
And it was so awesome. What's so funny is Mr. State Board, he's doing the part of the whole.
He's doing a financial fitness class right now.
Yeah, and so I know him and I talked earlier, and I was expressing to him how we both was talking about how we were just excited. It was so empowering to see, even though it was about the Black businesses and Black educators, things of that nature, but just how diverse
it was.
The audience was that was there, because information at the end of the day, the industry, and it was just really cool to see the diversity inside those sessions yesterday.
For sure. And you know what? And I think that's what it needs, right? I think a lot of times we don't think that we need, as Black people, we don't think that we need other people of color to join us. We need everybody in the fight. Those are our allies.
Right.
And you know, the cool thing was we did have a wide array of people who were non-people of color in the audience asking questions. And I think at the end of the day, what the International Beauty Show wanted to do, it definitely accomplished that on yesterday, for sure. And it's going to continue to do that for the next 2 days too.
Nice, yes. So just since I know we got limited time, which I know respect for your time, I should say, I just want to ask a couple quick questions, and we'll wrap things up. And I know you ready. You know, he stay ready. He stay on the trigger. This guy stays on the trigger.
Keep your mind together, brother. You know what I'm saying? Everything is good. Everything is good.
I call myself going to challenge him a little bit. I normally like to send him the questions ahead of time.
No, he didn't.
This time I didn't, so I want to see what he worked with.
I don't know what kind of answers you about to get. All right, I'm ready for it, though. I'm ready for it.
Right.
Try to put me on the spot.
Put him on the spot. I'm trying.
Let's go.
I'm trying. All right. So, what would you say, talking to apprentices or students or just getting out? What is the number one skill or technique should a beauty professional need to master right now? I know we talked a little bit of stuff, but what would you say they need?
The number one thing that apprentices or students coming into the industry need to know right now is that money and numbers follow, they don't lead. Everybody wants to talk about how much money they're going to be making, but don't lead with that. Lead with customer service. Lead with selling an emotion. People won't remember the haircut. They remember how you make them feel. And always make sure to accommodate people's needs. That's going to be the biggest thing. You can have a dope haircut and a blurry fade, but if your customer service is crap, you're going to get crap clients for sure.
Oh, I like that. So, with next one, I'm sure he's just rapid fire. I'm
good.
All right. So, what excites you most about being here at IBS?
You know what?
Teaching here. I know. I don't want to say teaching. I mean hosting, but you're still teaching, even from the hosting role.
Sure.
What excites you the most about teaching here at IBS?
You know, IBS has always kind of held a very special place in my heart. Back when I worked for another clipper company, this was my very first hair show. Shout out to Ivan Zook for giving me this opportunity. But this was my very first hair show as a national platform artist. So anytime that I come here, I'm always reminded of how Ivan threw me to the wolves and had me perform at this show. And it was my first gig for this particular company at the time. But coming back here, man, it's always very nostalgic. I love the fact that I get to see people that I love, like you, a couple of other people in the industry, and just kind of reignite my passion for the industry again. I like to get in my slices of pizza. I like going to Hell's Kitchen. But most importantly, the diversity of the International Beauty Show and working with American Salon Magazine. Those are the things that have really helped to propel my career. So this is why I like coming to New York. Man.
Awesome. That was great. Thank you for sharing that. So with that being said, you mentioned how this is like always coming back home for you here, right? That'd be a perfect segue into the next question: is how has the industry changed since you started? Not just the show, but the industry itself. How's it changed since you started cutting hair and getting into the industry? What would you say are some changes you've seen?
One of the biggest changes that I've seen is small is the new big. So when back 10 years ago, this hair show used to be humongous. Like the show floor was just huge, and there was just so many different vendors and anything like that. But I want to say that IBS New York has done a very good job of fitting those companies that want to be a part of this into this space. And I mean, you can tell, man, people are having an amazing time, even in a smaller space. So I think that the connectivity for shows is a little bit different now, where people used to come for education, and not that that's why people aren't here, but people come for the connection nowadays. I think that the pandemic had us spread out so far for so long. Just being able to come into a space and kick it and see people and go out to dinner with friends and people you love, I think that's where the industry is on the uptick as far as what I've seen in hair shows, how they've differed now from what they did in the past.
Yeah, I can see that. I agree 100% with that. And that actually goes into right into the next question. Boy, you always, I'm trying to tell you, boy, you're anointed, man.
I do what I can, man. I do what I can.
So how would you say, with that being said, mention that, how does in-person events like this enhance learning compared to online education?
Man,
I do both. So I might not be the one, but
sure.
How would you say, like, how important?
To me, and I love online education as well, but there's nothing more important than being able to sit and watch and feel, right? Energy is just different. Like the energy that you feel when you're actually at the hair show versus taking the class online is just completely different. I get to touch you, right? I get to be like, hey, William, check this out, man. What are we doing today? Hey, William, you're from New York. Where are some of the good places that I can go? But just being around 20,000 of like-minded people, that type of energy is just infectious, and you just cannot beat that kind of energy, especially at some place like International Beauty Show in New York, for sure, 1,000%.
So game time.
All right.
We run out of time.
All right. That's
game
okay.
time.
That is
game
okay.
time. But I did want to game time. Plus, I also want to make sure that I want to talk about what you got coming up next. I know I've seen some things. I know this may not be the time we'll do it. I know we'll connect again.
Yeah.
But the deregulation in NABA, real quick. And we'll throw that in there real quick.
Yeah.
I know we had to continue this conversation another time.
Yep, I might have to come back there on today.
We'll throw on that. Exactly. So, game time.
Game time.
All right. I'm most efficient when I
plan. For me, I'm a planner. I'm very robotic sometimes in my day. So the efficiency for me is just making sure I got a game plan, whether it be in the classroom, even for the show. Like you and I have been communicating for this for over a month.
Yeah.
Just for this one little 14 minutes,
right?
You know what I mean? So that to me is where it needs to be.
Okay. They say money is a tool, yet knowledge is what?
But knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. But knowledge is also dangerous. If you have a certain amount of knowledge, but you're not putting it to the proper use, it could cause yourself harm. So, to be the smartest person in the room, that's never a good thing.
Yeah.
If you're not sharing that information with other people. So, yeah.
All right, two more.
Let's go.
If putting in work is catalyst for success, then laziness is what?
Laziness is the key to failure. I think that, most people want success to just fall in their laps, but it's not going to happen like that. Most people think that they have this false sense of entitlement where they deserve just certain things. And if you're not willing to work hard and put in the work effort, you're not going to have anything for sure.
Awesome. If you had to describe customer service in one sentence, what would it be?
Customer service is being legendary, anticipating people's needs, and making them feel like they're the most loved person in the world.
Awesome. Well, we know we gotta let you go. So I hate to let you go.
You don't have to, but I think that it is.
You got to give back to everything. So I thank you again, Mr. Roger, for sitting and talking to us, sir.
Can I just tell you this, man? I thank you again. I do the best possible job I can to let people know about your platform. This is for educators, by educators.
Thank you.
Whether you be in the nail space, beauty space, or barber space, if you're not tapping into this podcast, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Thank you. I thank you. My mentor.
And where's Mike?
He's out in the Caribbean chilling right now. Oh, he's taking a book again. Yeah,
he didn't miss the boat. He's late to all the classes, but he didn't. But he didn't miss the boat. He didn't miss his vacation boat.
Yeah, he didn't forget. We got you.
Me and you, brother. All right? Hey, man, we miss you this trip. We love you, brother, so be blessed. And we'll talk soon.
We'll talk soon. Thank you,
brother.
Thank you again.
Man.
Love you.
Thank you,
Make sure y'all like, subscribe. Where they can find you at real quick. Everybody can find you at.
You can find me on Instagram at Teaching Barbers is my jam.
All right. Thank you.
Peace.
You got to run.
Yeah, man.
Thank y'all. See you next time. Like, subscribe.
All right. So, listen, y'all saw how that went? Hey, get to know this man. Hello.